If your IBS feels worse right now, more bloating, maybe more urgency, or more discomfort, or all of the above, you might be thinking, great, new year, same go or worse, same old, same old. And if this is you, I want to start by saying this to you. You're not broken. Too many people think they're broken, too many guys. But a lot of men notice the IBS feels worse in January. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, straight after Christmas or the holidays, whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been up to, January seems to be, for most men, not all, it feels worse. Food feels harder to tolerate, symptoms feel louder, and the gut feels really unpredictable again. And the story most men tell themselves is this: I've messed up, I need to be stricter, I need to reset, I need to do this, I need to do that, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. So January just becomes that crazy month of cutting more foods, pushing harder, and trying to regain control. And maybe you're doing other stuff as well. Maybe you're trying to lose some weight, get lean. There's the New Year's resolutions, which I don't agree with New Year's resolutions. I think goals should be set all year round, but that's another podcast. Maybe it's dry January. Maybe you've shed loads of alcohol over the year, but especially around Christmas and December time. And a lot of guys do dry January. So it's just a stack of stuff going on. And it's just crazy. But January isn't the problem. The real problem is what happens because it's January. You're thinking back, to December. Whether you believe in Christmas or not, regardless of religion, it's usually a silly season. People have holiday, there's bank holidays, there's time off from work. And it usually wrecks routines. Sleep gets ruined because there's lots more going out, especially if you're a young guy. You've got parties to go to, Christmas functions, food timings all over the place, stress, travel, loads of alcohol for most guys. Again, I'm not an advocate for that, but you do you. Even the pressure of just being on socially. And your nervous system doesn't magically reset on January the 1st, does it? Let's be honest. I wish it did. I wish everything, January 1st, reset, bank account, health, everything, but it doesn't. So when January hits, loads of men pile pressure on themselves. Think about it. You're probably the same. Whether it's with IBS or even in another area of life, they just pile pressure on themselves. They tighten up rules, watch symptoms more closely for IBS. They try to fix everything at once. And it just becomes overwhelming. And think about it, even moving away from IBS, look at your friends or people around you, where if you go to the gym like I do, the gym gets crazy January, February, and then March, it's empty again. Everybody just tries to do all these crazy New Year's resolutions and just pile on all these goals or these things to do in January. And it becomes overwhelming and nothing gets done. It starts off well, and then it just tapers off very quickly. And before we know it, because we're creatures of habit and we fall back into our usual pattern of life and back into things. It's the same with IBS. And for IBS, pressure is petrol on the fire. So you don't need to be adding that pressure on. IBS isn't just about what you eat. It's about how reactive your system is. So after December, most men dealing with what I call stress hangover. The gut is already on edge. And January often ramps it up rather than just calming it down. But here's the good news. Nothing is broken. You're not broken. You don't need a detox. You don't need to cut more foods and keep cutting and cutting more foods. And you don't need to punish your body or punish yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself. What IBS responds to best, especially now, is stability. Not intensity, not restriction, stability. And that means regular meals, consistent sleep, predictable routines and lower pressure. So say that again. Regular meals, consistent sleep, predictable routines and lower pressure. So before you optimize anything else, you've got to stabilize. Does that make sense? Before you make changes, you've got to calm the system. Because the calmer your nervous system is, the more tolerant your gut becomes. Think about it. That's the same with anyone really, isn't it? Especially IBS. You've got to be calm. Because the calmer your system is, the more tolerant you become. Okay, January isn't the month for big overhauls. It's the month for re-establishing calm. Obviously have goals. It's amazing to set goals. And if you're doing New Year's resolutions and you can stick to them, maybe you've got one or two, fine, amazing. Carry on. I'm not saying don't do goal setting, because goal setting is the way forward. We all need to do that. But if your IBS feels worse right now, don't see it as failure. See it as feedback. Remember, the men who make progress aren't the ones who push harder in January. They're the ones who listen sooner and start listening to that feedback. Obviously, there's other things that you can do to help with that, like filling in the men's IBS diary/journal, which Charlie Jean created last year, the year before. And there's other ones out there, and recording things down. And just so you know what to expect in 2026 and beyond, from this podcast, YouTube channel, Men's IBS Mastery, or the podcast Beyond Bathroom Blues. And for the new listeners amongst you, this isn't about quick fixes, detoxes, or New Year hype. What you're going to get here is clear explanations of what is actually driving your IBS. Calm, evidence-based guidance without the fluff. Practical ways to stabilise first, then improve, and help connecting the dots between stress, food habits, and symptoms, so you can dominate this. Real conversations for men who are tired of guessing. Myself, my wife and business partner Charlie Jean, we're here to help. For no other reason. Our purpose is to help men with IBS. We're going to help you stop reacting to your gut and start understanding it, and then master it. So if you want fewer false starts, less trial and error, and a smarter way forward, make sure you subscribe. You're in the right place at the right time, no matter where you are in your journey. Even if everything else has failed, I say good. Not to be mean, good, because you found us and you're going to start doing things the right way, without all the charlatans, without all the fake gurus, without all the bullshit that doesn't work out there. We're going to give you things that work, that have been tried and tested, so that you can start dominating life properly. It's about learning how to take control properly. Okay, guys, I'll leave it there. Just short and sweet today. Be blessed by the best. Stay safe, and I wish you nothing but the best in success, health, wealth, and happiness.